Welcome back to Pisces TV with Dr. MB. Let's get started with your reading.
This one's for my love bugs. Get on in here. We're going to get the cards shuffled out. We're going to get the nature of the situation. The thought pattern. You know, like what are you thinking? And then we'll get the subconscious to see if it's in alignment. The situation itself, and a couple of cards for whatever. If you're single, who coming? If you're together, who there? If you just came here to see what we was talking about, a message from spirit, child. Okay. We're gonna use the wild unknown, some archetype cards, and oh no, I did say for my lovers we were gonna do Stranger Things. Y'all want to do Stranger Things? Ooh, I don't know. Look at that. Wild Unknown is battling. Wild Unknown said, I'm in your hand. Use me. Yikes. I'm just going to be nosy. Y'all know I'm nosy. I'm just going to... Ooh. Ooh. Let me just see. I just gotta see. Huh. That's not bad. That's not bad at all. It's just like however you want to look at it. Excuse me. I'm gonna sit these over here. That is something. Okay. Now, I mean, we got to get both sides of the story because I done started now. So we're just going to be nosy. I think that goes at the bottom. But we got 88. What's significant to 88? This is a huge cup. Emotional. A bit. A choice, a decision, perseverance, a relationship that has stood some time. Okay, maybe even some challenges, some competition from watchers, or there's like a competitive nature in the situation, which happens. But I am not mad at this, and maybe, and then I saw a hummingbird. Maybe I'll do the clarifiers with the wild unknown, because I'm sorry, with the Stranger Thing cards, because baby, the wild unknown said, look, I got it right here with the lovers. And if you just stumbled upon this video and there's like some sort of choice or decision that's pretty intimate, there's that. There could be a message, a spy, child, a letter, some insecurities, or someone who's just clever, mentally active, and a little bit, like I said, competitive, concentrating for long periods of time is the challenge. And the struggle for some is like being distracted, and that distraction made me late, or I'm possibly missed an opportunity because I wasn't paying enough attention to what brought harmony to my person, or how they felt. Then you got 2 pages. We got 1 air, 1 water. So there could have been some room for growth on both ends. Subconsciously, someone thinks that, or usually consciously is what we think. So subconsciously is true, regardless of if someone is thinking it or not. And then in the physical, it's a definite. Now, I won't lie and say for some of you, harmony and balance is on your mind, but in your heart, it's like some lies and some deception or something that's unpredictable here. Spying on others or being spied on. At the heart of the matter, The seeker goes deeper into themselves, though, as a page. So that's nice. Journeying into themselves. So we'll see what comes of that. Sometimes the Page of Swords talks about a unique relationship that refuses to conform to conventions. And that's why we got this. Yep, which could have caused some sort of delay in the situation. If not an opportunity. No opportunities. Okay. Well, it was just forward movement then. All right. It could be the past for some of you. The Three of Wands. And I just think about how we sat there waiting for those two ships. And we was excited. And for some people, it's like maybe even still waiting. Others of you that may have turned and moved forward because of that delay, maybe the risk and the reward didn't match up. It's like you're on to new and exciting opportunities. So someone could have moved on or trying to plan ahead, trying to expand their horizons. There's also something about seeing the bigger picture. And I think the Daughter of Swords is very observant. I do. I honestly do think that. But if there were any insecurities that led to this Royal Rumble or whatnot, someone couldn't meet the demands. Because on one end, it seems like a toxic situation. But on the other end, it's grown so much from like where it started. And someone was focusing on the growth. And someone else may be focusing on the trouble and moving away from it. So it's just like slightly behind each other. That happens. Now, since this one is more like over here, if this is a person, because usually the court cards do symbolize people, and this person comes off with that type of energy, this person has a hard time breaking free from their own habits and a hard time communicating. Especially what they want, like deep down. And then I feel that some people could move in fear. So it's like a relationship now or conforming to a situation sounds too much like or feels like settling. And I don't know if I want to settle or like settle down, right? They could focus on work. They could say, you know, it's not the right time, self-sabotaging, because when is the right time? Okay. And it's like their home life and something that they're working on, or some things that they're working on may have took precedent over the situation. Interesting. That's very interesting. Now, if there's anyone that's kind of like insecure about the situation, using this Aries energy, all of the transits, the eclipse, child, the 2-year transits, the 257-year transits, being more competitive is not a bad thing. It's standing up for what's important to you. So it's a huge message for someone to not settle and to stand up for what's important to you, even if it talks about an opposition. And then someone is like deliberating. Do I stand up for it or do I move away from it? Because there's this foundation of the Five of Pentacles. But there's this dream state or conscious idea of the reciprocity in the situation, the give and take, the waiting, the giving, the what's being given and who waiting, and who giving it and why am I waiting, who receiving, who getting. It also talks about generosity. That is something that could help us out of this Eight of Swords energy. If we were just in our minds about a situation, and no one's coming to mind, not in a relationship, but in this Eight of Swords energy consciously, which means that it may not be coming from the subconscious, and in the physical life, it doesn't seem to fit either. Some people may not be who or have what they had. The situation or the relationship may not be what it was, because I'm looking at this full tree and I'm looking at a piece of it. Just a little piece. Just a little piece. And then we have this energy that I don't think that piece is easily handed over, because it's like the value in who I am and being locked in on it is the same kind of energy of standing up for something, my peace or true love or reciprocity. So it's like everybody's standing their grounds. I don't know. Are y'all both watching tarot on YouTube? Because I do hear a lot. Speak your mind, stand your ground. For real, respectfully. That word. But just imagine it's you and a person that have a situation, and they're refusing to settle and sticking to something and working on something and taking value in something that could have caused a lack of importance in an area that made somebody else feel a certain way. And they ain't having it no more, because it was a little cup anyway. And I want 2 cups. I don't want just me doing, and I don't want you just to do. I want to toast, right? So both of us. And that's the reciprocity. Nothing's wrong with it. Nothing is wrong with it at all. So we have to lose self-doubt. We have to stand up for ourselves, but be mindful of the conflict, difficulty moving forward, clash in personalities, or just being irritated. There could have been some arguments and some bickering. If not in you guys' situation, maybe just around them, and that could build their perspective or their energy for whatever you may face or have faced. Because it talks about couples arguing. And for single people, it's hard for you to stand out. See y'all getting it? Okay, cool. Because like for a couple, it's like the same thing but totally different. And for a single person, it's like a self-inflicted thought of something that may not be in full alignment with moving forward and having healthy love. And it has something to do with insecurities. And I know that that's like an overly abused word, but these insecurities are just about the questions that we could have. And those questions may be how we limit ourselves because of past disappointments. And I'm not shooting a shot. I want somebody to shoot the shot. But then if they shoot the shot, are you going to trust them? Are you going to believe that because maybe they're attractive, or maybe you ask a lot of questions and they don't like asking questions, or maybe they're not that emotional, and maybe you like a lot of emotion. So are you going to find that somewhere else? Are you going to go to where you're, what did Kevin Gates say? I'm going to go where I'm accepted or appreciated, not tolerated or something like that. Because that's a little bit of tolerance. Like, this is not a lot. Feeling out in the cold is not the best. There's some differences. This is peace, a portion, not a total new beginning, but restarting something that already was, or a piece of something that already was. And then moving out of and away from, kind of calming the mind. So up here, this is the mind not so calm. And to bring that balance into it, there has to be some changes in somebody's life financially, or with the give and take of what's being, the transaction or whatnot. So that is fair. If you feel that the market is too competitive, that could be limited. It could be true. But it's like, don't worry about the market. I mean, be realistic, yes, but focus more on you, what you're trying to attract, and be confident that it's 8 billion people on this planet. Like, surely it's just somebody for you. Now, others of you, there's a person who might be looking into you, spying. They could be a business owner, own a company, and something happened in the past. And this person could be into sports or physical work. And it's just telling me something about them to kind of give you a nudge of who it could be. They could work with a lot of groups. Or have been in some past relationships, or just they're around maybe a lot of men, a lot of women, and feel that relationships are either only going to go one way or they're supposed to go this certain way. And as for like the feelings of it, this is like the irritated, kind of triggered part. Some of you guys may, like I said, receive some communication or just be annoyed by, someone who could be checking in or looking in on you. Because it's like, what you doing that for? Ain't you busy? Don't you got something to do? Or whatnot. So now the foundation for this person or this situation could be stability in work. It could be focus, being stubborn, self-limiting, based on, having control, needing to be in control could set limitations. But the foundation just talks about learning something new. And maybe this person or this situation, there could be some challenges, like trying to wrap our head around being teachable. Because this is being teachable. The student is right here. Somebody could be absorbed in something, paying full attention to what they're doing, so much so they don't really see the environment around them. Now that's a favorable thing to still the mind and find peace in chaos. When we trying to improve health, finances, or just internal beliefs, and like the challenging aspect is these actually pretty cute cards could be challenging for some. Not gonna lie. Somebody could want to understand a situation better, or trying to do the groundwork for a situation here. And the Emperor will try to do that because they got to figure everything out. That's their job. It's their duty. It's their responsibility. But if someone feels that they're overdue for something, because I know exactly how that feels, so this makes total sense, especially with the reciprocity and stuff right there. It's like you owe me more than what's happening right now. Okay. For whatever reason, it could be a husband. This could not be a king, right? Because even though the emperor is the emperor, is it a king? It would have said the king emperor. It didn't say that. It says the emperor, which is kind of like they say the king of kings, and I get it. But in this deck, it could also just represent the father and the father energy. Between the father and the king, the differences were the actions or the lack of actions, as well as their acceptance in the responsibility. Do they accept these social norms and tradition and say, this is what I'm gonna do, this is my job? Or do they say, I don't like being responsible for people, don't depend on me, I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm working on me, or I ain't there yet, and they don't like change, and you can't tell them nothing. And if it sounds familiar but you can't put your finger on it, it just points to paying attention to the details, or paying more attention to details. So that's very interesting. I say everything is interesting, don't I? It is, like, internally, as I'm like feeling the vibe and like peeping the scene, I know that you got 2 8s and a 4. You know, and 8s do break down into 2 4s. And we have been talking about 444, but that's a whole bunch of fours. Anyway, if there's a fear of failing and of being afraid to make the wrong decision regarding love because of the expectations, the give and take, the all that's involved, I can understand that. They thought, or you thought, or someone in the situation is like, how are we moving forward and I feel stuck at the same time? Insecurities, because we're going to go back and forth with what's necessary. There's a need to trust yourself a little bit more. And if there is deception, then someone is clear that they're being kept in the dark about something. Now, you know that as above is so below. So sometimes when we experience these situations, a person that's overly conscious and escaping in their headspace could be the same person dealing with a situation where they're curious and something ain't right when it comes to how, if somebody said they feel a certain way and you say, no, I'm an empath, I do this, something ain't there. Something's missing, something's wrong, or something like that. And they may not be honest, so another person feels like they're being kept in the dark, or they start thinking, well, maybe it's me, kind of like being unsure. And then something about one person being unsure could make the other person unsure. I don't know what I want. Because and try to put it on the other person. Child, they better not do that. Because that's just tacky, but it could happen and I'm not judging. But there's some feelings of unsure here. And they don't want to make a decision. And they're afraid to listen to advice. That's something. I'll just say that's something. Feeling misunderstood. The issue was probably with communication. And then like the Five of Cups, there's some regrets. But this isn't so much embodying the feeling of it like the Five of Cups. This is just like mentally. And two things can be true. You can think something without feeling it. Some people have that capacity, especially if they're emotionally immature or just trying to search into what the feeling is. Like something is missing though in this situation. Either way it look. I mean, it could be deception and spying. What the fuck they doing that for? Don't know. It could be some insecurities. So let's just start pulling some clarifiers. But now that we've laid the groundwork for what's going on in some of the situation, we can kind of get into it. But I'll say, I'm afraid to make the wrong decision. I don't want to settle. But at the same time, am I taking advice from anyone? And if I'm not, then why? So let's start with the Two of Cups. Okay, I saw that Nine of Wands earlier. And the star was at the bottom of the deck with the Ace of Cups. Oh. And I always say that. We have Aquarius. Okay, Sun, Moon, Venus rising. The hope, the wish, the dream, what you actually want. The secret admirer that's fucking stalking you. Okay, with this Ace of Cups at the bottom. And this page of the dice is the sword. That's Aquarius. That is interesting. Look at me, I'm gonna be nosy. Yes, it is correct. There's my clarifier. The Ace of Swords is looking ahead at the star. That's very interesting. That's a little lighter, fluffier, nicer energy. It's interesting. I don't know. Y'all could be rolling your eyes like, I don't want them. Whoever it is. Somebody's trying to create some clarity with their thoughts. I like that. It's like, or need for mental stimulation. They want a mentally stimulating environment. And they feel like I'm cutting through the confusion and I'm seeing what's going on, or trying to in the first place. Well, someone has a very good idea about relationships when it comes to relationships and communicating, and they feel like that communication is the most important thing in the relationship. For my singles, it means meeting someone that you're very compatible with intellectually. I think that that's super dope, since it's at the heart of the matter. And it came out to clarify my little page here. Someone is seeking intellectual understanding of their feelings. Look, bam, wow. They've processed or in the process of processing emotions. And if you wonder, like, even if y'all not together, or if you guys are, or if you don't even know them yet, this, the Ace of Swords is like intellectually compatible. So at least they respect your mind. And maybe they respect your mind because it don't look like you be playing. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Being clever and full of ideas, I hope that's not a petty trait. Not you, but just going through the messages, because these cards could speak to different situations and different people. Now, I hope we're not bringing out no shadow aspects, but I do see the Eight of Swords there. And acting out due to other things going on in our lives has a lot to do with this side. Right? So just be mindful of that, kind of combative and switching up, because the Two of Wands we expecting, and we proud, and we looking at that wand like, yeah, this is right. And then the Three of Wands, we like, no, I'm gonna do something else, which is cool, don't get me wrong, but there could have been indecisiveness, some words, a change, and it's like speaking a whole new language. Like, I'm not gonna say like what's going on, but that could have been how someone else felt or how you feel. This is being triggered. This is being tested. Let's see what we got. Another ace. The 10. This is a lot. The 10 of Cups. The 3 of Swords. And because of this give and take, reciprocity, it could have been anger. And it could have even been, when this card comes out, it's like the communication slowed down. The cord or the thing that triggered us in the first place is where the inner work may begin, crossing this 8 of Pentacles. In our minds and how we're programmed to think, and deep down in our hearts and our expectations, transformation, or why something changed or ended. So it was like it's giving more life lesson-y. Okay, you just want to full of conversations. All right, so we got the King of Pentacles in shadow with 6 cups. It's a cheap person, a very cheap individual that may be comfortable with the other person. So they're not going to give a great deal because they're comfortable. And I mean, if you know the King of Pentacles in shadow as a lover, it could be someone who's materialistic down to someone who's just cheap and like to keep holding money tight, just like the Emperor would in like the 4 of Pentacles. And I don't see the 4 of Pentacles, so I won't say that. And then piss somebody off. Look at that. Because you got the King of Pentacles who in shadow is possibly not the most chivalrous individual, not the most charming motherfucker. And then the Queen of Cups might want that. Then here is like some outrage or breakup. The glass ceiling, the rose-colored glasses coming off, and the devil, unless it's a Cancer or a Capricorn involved, because we got double downing on Cancer. This is some obsessive energy, some angry, or that cord that needs to be cut, that the life lesson of how we could be attracting these situations, or got this in too deep with this person. I think that was it, because I just saw a light flicker. Then this looked like two dudes having ice cream over here with the king of, and then the light just went completely off, child. So she over here trying, oh, that's for somebody else. It's shocker. Somebody got, that's your competition. Ooh, good God. Let me get out of there. Yes, Lord. Ain't that the 10 cups too? Jesus. Let me get one for the baby. Ain't no way I'm competing with a dude, honey. I respect what everybody does. I promise you I do. I respect the ways of the worlding out there. I'll be in my own little bubble, and I respect when I come out of that bubble, it's some stuff going on. But that's something. Oh, wow. It could be a wife that ain't all up there, so you better leave her alone, because this, and then look, see, that's why I say spirit be setting it up for me. When I got these cards, they do so well in some of your intimate relationships, especially the ones where you could have some thoughts and questions. Now look at her, and it's a wand in her hand, so it's kind of like the Queen of Wands. So coming in as the Empress, it's the one that was chosen. It's the one fighting for something. It's the wife. It's the competition. It's the needing to be more competitive to be the wife. But don't go get beat up because of me. Because the Page of Wands and the Five of Swords, they ain't all there up there. Somebody, I don't know who yet, but this is over here. Maybe they're dealing with somebody who ain't all there, because this talks about the spark, and maybe the challenge is the spark, and that's because of the competition, which looked to be they got some parts you ain't got. So I don't know. We're gonna scoot over to this Page of Cups. Lord, I just be wanting some regular stuff. All right, so here's that Six of Pentacles, the offer or lack thereof. We got the King of Wands here at the bottom. Okay, they want charm and attraction, and you know that, yeah, you know, like, come on, see. It's right here. Oh yeah. And then you got the Seven of Pentacles. So they're thinking about it. They want to, but it's just the offer and the emotions and this refusal to change. And look at, these are in the reverse. So some of these things happened in the past. Look at that. Spirit is working on them. That always happens, but look, it's in the past. Wow. What is going on? I need to put, Two of Swords, Ten of Swords. Okay, we're just going to get back to our shuffle. Nine of Cups, contentment, but was betrayed. Okay. That is something. This whole story is probably the backstory. Because there was some ghosting. Then the moon came. A missed opportunity, some regret, some negative emotions that led to this Eight of Swords over here. And you missed an opportunity because you had a decent situation that you didn't want to settle in, and went out and all the zombies came out at night. So while one person was in Three of Swords because of that abandonment, now another person could be in the Three of Swords, and that's her little boyfriend. Oh, look at that. Heart crossed, arms crossed. Child, I'm nosy. Okay, let me get back. So why is the Six of Pentacles with the cup? We have Gemini, we have the King of Swords, and we have the Nine of Swords, because they can't seem to make their minds up. And once their mind is made up, they have a hard time of compromising and being in the in-between of what I want and what you want. There's some anxieties, and there's just some in-between. And they're going with their logic. And then the Two of Cups are in the reverse. It's like they're not even thinking. It's like being stuck in their own. Baby, these cards is, this person, this situation is just all like, because those cards were upright, but some of these cards, because we've already talked about it, maybe, I don't know how this happened, because I don't even have reversals like that. So thankfully, I like that this contract ended, because we got out a lot of contracts with those transits or whatnot. So let's just see. And I feel like this Five of Pentacles was one of them. Let's see. Ooh, 2 5s. No. Okay. Or maybe that's where the change happened. But ooh, this is another time we got 5 5 5. Here's the Five of Pentacles, here's the Hierophant, and here is the Five of Pentacles again. So when I say, oh, maybe we got out of something, usually fives mean look at that again. Think a little deeper about that. So with the Five of Pentacles and the Hierophant, this is moving outside of that and being non-traditional. The Hierophant talks about marriage, but then the Five of Pentacles with marriage just talks about differences in beliefs. Where this is very giving and charitable, the Five of Pentacles is not giving and charitable. And it's like, how do we expect support and for me to follow the rules or to follow your lead when it ain't giving what it's supposed to have gave? They may feel that there needs to be some control of the emotions in the person who's more emotional. I get that. To be in a deep committed relationship or a marriage, it's like emotions aren't 100% what's going on. It may be a spiritual relationship, but at times it seems that it could be bad for everybody's health, because you got Five of Pentacles twice. And if this represents some sort of marriage, oh, somebody feels like the Ten of Pentacles or the magic happens when y'all together, because everybody's coming in at 5. Oh, that's kind of sweet. I join you, I gather you here today, you 5 and your other 5. To make that 10 is why them 2 people is in that card in the first place. Most of the cards. I gather y'all here today. Oh, and look and see, this the person giving is like one person receiving and one ain't. So it's like the message, okay? The message is from Source. The message from I'm stuck on the other side and I'm trying to flicker the light. Get me out of here. Who possessed? Somebody done possessed your person. Blink twice, baby. If you in there, call the priest. Someone's looking for an alternative approach, or feels there needs to be an alternative approach to challenges, especially if my Queen of Cups approach was that Tower. Okay. They're like, try to talk to me different. Try a different approach. Because this is like educated and classy type deal. I get that too. You may feel, or this person feels, that there's a rock. You are the rock of my life. Or maybe at one point they were, or maybe they're looking for that. But that's definitely what the Hierophant gives in like a relationship. Now, if this person tried to use you for their own agenda, they probably did that because you care about them a lot and they know it. But maybe they lost their way. That could be why Spirit is working on them. Okay. If they have become corrupt twin flame. Okay. I think that you've given a lot to this person spiritually. That Six of Pentacles. And maybe wanting something in return ain't so bad. I don't think so. For some of you, where there's a marriage or an actual relationship, and conflict, parenting could be involved. Not for a lot of you. Okay, great. That's very interesting. It was like 5, 5, and 5 with that 5. Yikes. I don't know if that's instability for some financially. And the woes and worries that we could have about our stability and our finances could be affecting our love life, because we thinking about 2 cups and we're wishing, hoping, and dreaming. So there may not be a person. And this would be something new, because you currently don't have nothing going. And there's that. And before I could get deep into you, because I need to slow down, I ain't trying to get into nobody. This could be like a mother and child situation. A custody battle, because we got the Empress here, and the page would be a child, possibly. And I didn't even pay attention to that 5 over here. So it's like, ooh, 2. You got the 5 of Swords and the 5 of Wands. And this is an extremely mentally unstable individual that we might want to move away from. Yeah. And make arrangements for that. That was scary, and that's serious. Because sources like super agreeing with me, like that was more important than the other stuff that I was talking about, because it just cut into my thoughts. Like, I'm sitting here talking about this person who ain't got nobody and wishing for love, who don't understand that their feelings and thoughts all day about other stuff is their energy, period, and could affect them in their love life. And the spirit stopped me midway to see that Empress and that page of Wands. So I'm just like, whoa, okay, there's a fight, there's a battle, mother and child. Jesus, what's going on there? That's a major arcana too, and that's just like the spark. So I would gather That's definitely somebody married. That's for sure. But there's some loneliness. They're lonely without you. And then somebody else feels unattractive. So this is like okay. With the 5 of Swords, that's like not attractive or feeling that way, having some insecurities. And then this is like moving to a beautiful place, or moving into a place that could seem more competitive because these people are younger and more attractive. Ooh, that's something. That's different. Somebody may have a wild idea, or may have about a business or something like that, and they were going to take an opportunity. I need to pick your brain. That's all they wanted. I want to talk to you about such and such and such, and you trying to find love and peace because you admire them, you like them. They might admire you and like you. Ooh, let's get to these 8 of Swords. And then here's the picture. So some of you that looking at the picture, or is it something about a picture? Or maybe you said you was going to put a spell on their mama. Because that page of Wands is like a photograph. And so is that page of Swords. It's kind of like a picture. Not you done cut the motherfucker out your picture. So the Magician pops up, right? The non-committal toxic motherfucker. So now we got toxic and non-committal. Mr. Houdini. For all of you that may have experienced like ghosting or some tricks. Okay. They seem to manifest you whenever they need you. Right? Yep, that's that 2 of Wands. It was something at first. It definitely was something. Some of you could see this person as your most compatible soulmate. Like ever and ever and ever. Someone who gets you and knows how to make your day exciting no matter what. Ooh, that's like that short that I posted last week. I could tell that they had a strong history, and he was very charming, because hell, I was charming. It's from Ocean's 11. And she was like, I moved on, stop fucking around type deal. And he looked at her with that little look, and he said, but does he make you laugh? And I wanted to laugh, but she had kept her face serious and strong and responded, he doesn't make me cry. And I felt that. I was like, that was a good comeback, sis, because she knew she wanted to laugh, but she was trying to show him she wasn't playing. And baby, she wasn't. Okay, so yeah, this is a lot of intellectual though, spiritually, materialistically, emotionally, and intellectually, being satisfied on all levels, and somebody want that, and ain't nothing wrong with that. So fuck my environment. If I close my eyes and sit in the 8 of Swords, I don't want nothing that's around me but like the full shebang bizzle. Nothing's wrong with that. I'm totally okay with that. Since we started with the Lovers, it could represent a soulmate or the ideal partner. And that could be limiting us, but I'm okay with being limited if I don't want to settle and want all that. I want somebody who stands out from the crowd, a successful person possibly. You want some chivalry. Like either you're going to be this person or you want someone to sell themselves on you. Romance and friendship combined. It could even be an artist. You may meet this person online or when you move. I don't like that crazy part about it though. The mental thing. Now, it's one thing if you meet someone and they're a parent of a child that could have, some discrepancies. I get that. And some of you may even stop to think like you resonate and have a connection with that. That inspires you. It's attractive to see them being so caring and nurturing. I mean, it could. I ain't trying to make stuff up, but I'm not trying to make it doom and gloom. And every time I try to say something positive, these cards says, no, this person is unstable, ain't wrapped tight, and lacks favorable judgment. Jesus Christ. Anyway, if it's a marriage situation, they're not leaving. They're not moving. They ain't selling the property. And this person is more concerned with, that's the King of Pentacles and his Queen of Pentacles that I just saw in reverse that ain't wrapped too tight. They ain't going nowhere. And then look, another 5. See, so Source is kind of pointing out some different scenarios and situations that are unfavorable, unfair, are going to turn to being spiteful and resentful. Could lead to a divorce, or divorce is coming up in the topic. I'm talking about these cards are just, if this is a symbol of what's going on here, I think that's a lot, honey. The Emperor's in reverse. All the cards that we've talked about keep coming upside down. Other than we haven't had the Knight of Cups. And if you ask me, well, why are you doing that? Because I don't really do reversals. No way. I tell y'all the multiple ways something could go the first time. So don't question me. Now with this Emperor, because this is insane. My cards don't ever do this. And so it said, don't stop. We got the Moon. So a controlling Emperor, a lying Casanova, smooth talking motherfucker. Yeah. I'm not gonna go that hard. Okay. And that's why the Queen of Cups went off. That's the Casanova, or that led with his heart before. And here's the 9 of Cups with 4 cups. Somebody happy being alone, but then they don't want to be alone. They get lonely, and that's when they think of you, because you guys are attracted to each other. But this situation has reached all sort of betrayal, rock bottom. It could be the Libra. Okay. And then we have Aquarius again, where like completing it may be beneficial. This is insane. So some of you may be in long-term situations or relationships with a person that is moving in shadow energy, and you know it. And you may have to have the confidence to stand up and think about integrity and your value, because you could be observed by a higher power for where you are on your journey. Okay, but I do got this 8 of Pentacles with the 9 of Cups, which talks about getting what you want and the wish coming true if you keep working at it. Abundance and satisfaction. So that is for somebody. It's not the married people or the bisexuals. Sorry, because it's a lot of shit in those situations, as well as the situations with the family situation. But being on the path you desire, having meaning and purpose, and then wanting someone who is stable, but also has the capacity to love and show love, that's fair. You want your actual soulmate. Now, others of us, foolish generosity, poor lifestyle choices, and a needing to steal the mind because these people piss you off, give you anxiety, and have caused blocks. Those things need to be given up and transmuted. There's my little sacrifice card. There that page go again. It's time to give. And it's like, what you got to give? Well, some of this toxic shit I just brought up. And I think that's for some, because we saw a cheap person, but for some, this is that. That's crazy. You got 4 of Cups. This got 4 fucking ice cream cones. And it just talked about foolish generosity and overindulgence, a poor lifestyle. This could be the people. This could be, hey, that is insane. 3 of Cups, too many people in the situation, or somebody partying. I don't know what's guiding them, their ego or spirit. I think it's the ego. So right now, it would be a wait for this person, because maybe that's what we were talking about to wrap it up. Is this going to work right now or not? And their path is not all the way in alignment with some of you guys' hopes, wishes, and dreams. So let's get a piece of advice. Okay, we're going to take 1 for the married people. Ooh, the crocodile is stuck. 1 for the situationship. Jesus Christ, and lurking. So watch out for that. That's at the situationship. Our attention. And then the singles. Go outside. Y'all scared and cautious. That's so sweet. The singles come in as this little mouse. But see, the mice, they live a long time and they're wise. But they're very cautious and fragile. And it's like somebody walk up to them. Oop, they running. That's something. My situationships, child, y'all been observed too. I ain't gonna lie. Not in a bad way. I just saw the owl, and the owl come out. I pay attention, because the owl be having my back and warning almost. Because I notice patterns and stuff. When I keep some stuff in my back pocket, and I notice when I see birds and the thoughts that I be having or the situations that I experience, I can tell when there's a pattern there. And it could totally be bullshit, and then I'm fucking batshit crazy. But hey, I don't care. But when I see an owl, it means you know better. Like, you know. Like something in my gut, I kind of know. Or it's just prepare me. I don't know. It prepares me for a part of me that's ready for whatever the fuck that shit is, though. So with the cheetah, it talks about action, achievement, and masculine energy. So when I talked about the situationship, it talked about reconnect to purpose. See what I'm saying? When that owl popped out, them owls be judgy, bro. I'm telling you. That Aquarian energy, or like the judgment card, when Archangel, what is it, Gabriel, I talk about that a lot. They always be the little birds or the messengers or whatever. Child, if it ain't a dove, I'm paying attention, because they always got the game. And it says to bring this energy in balance, reconnect to purpose. Sometimes it could be competitive and impatient. So most of this mess that we heard tonight, which we loved, we're not talking shit, okay, we're not judging, but these are situations. These are not unions, and that's cool. Some situations could turn to unions. Some unions used to be situations, vice versa. Flip flop flam. Got it. It says when in balance, though, you can achieve anything and have boundless energy. So people who are outside, they fit for it and they having fun outside, and I'm with that. I respect that. The cheetah's forward momentum talks about fuel and passion and purpose. So if you're lacking in those areas, reconnect to the why before you start running. And that's the runner. It's a bunch of runners in them situationships. And for those situations to work, see, it be taking all that for me to get the point. For those situations to work, the runner is going to have to reconnect to spirit. That's why I said spirit is working on the person. But if they running from spirit or running from their purpose, that also disconnects them from you. And that's the fucked up part. Now, I believe in unconditional love and be like, well, the Holy Spirit loved me, unconditional love me, Jesus unconditional love, I can unconditionally love. That sound good, but unfortunately, that disappointment to a person with some damn sense gonna feel like that 5 of cups, gonna feel like that 5 of swords, gonna feel like that 5 of wands, that 8 of swords, and that's hindering your health, your manifestation. That's hindering your purpose and your path, because you didn't incarnate here to be somebody's 5 of 5s and 5 and 5 and 5, right? So what we got to do is what we got to do, whatever that is. I don't know what it is for you. I can't tell you what to do, but if your energy is negatively affected, know that that owl is looking at you with a side eye. If you can handle it and you fucking with it, we gonna keep talking about it, see how it go, and watch out for their wife, or his mama, or the fact that there are some others that are wife potential. And for the men, you got some competition too. Because some, we ain't gonna get way too deep and start sounding insulting, but some of these women looking for money, some of them looking to be bust down with somebody attractive that there's a lot of physical activity with, that is like somebody everybody wants. Somebody wants somebody like that. I want somebody everybody want, just so they can be insecure, question them, and run them off. But it's something out here for everybody, because then the most of you from the collective message want mental stimulation, and those of you that do have mental stimulation and friendships with people, it seems to be kind of complicated in the emotion area. So we're gonna see, but for now, I do hope that helped. For more information on products and services, visit PiscesTV.com. Here on YouTube, don't forget, check out the playlist, the community board, and members section for exclusives. Thank you for watching.